All right, so I wanted to come at you with a tip today about setting up your console. Just a couple layout things that I have found to be very helpful, especially if you happen to be in my shoes where I'm visually impaired. And you might have all kinds of volunteers, and maybe Scribble Strips are difficult to read. I mean, it's one of the coolest things about having a digital console is a Scribble Strip, which are these little screens here that have labels on them. But if you might be visually impaired like me, sometimes reading all the information on it can be a little difficult without ducking your head super close to the console. So I like to use a couple different tips. First of all, we talked in another video about color coding. That is helpful. Even though I'm colorblind, I can still tell the difference between certain shades. And what I've noticed is my brain will instantly start to connect the dots. I also become very familiar to my console, so I try to keep the layout the same every single time I'm working on it. Two other tips that I find to be really helpful is to use caps lock whenever I'm labeling something. I find the capital letters are a little easier to separate. So you'll notice on my console, all of the input names and output names are caps locked. And I also really love to use these little icons that come built into the console. It just helps me catch a channel really quickly. If I can't read the name from far away, I can probably tell what a drum looks like. So those are all a couple tips that I use to help make my console layout much more comfortable.